Hey guys, Phil here. So today we were originally scheduled to talk about landing pages and to start getting into the actual build process of one, but we're actually going to be delaying that for a day because I actually have an exciting announcement to make. And that is that you can now edit IO generated pages such as category and product pages with Elementor. So let's get into what that means and how to do it. So here's a category page, a typical one that you would see on your site. And so typically before, you've always had to use the typical edit page. So the thing to be aware of is that you still cannot just click edit with Elementor in these pages. A page that hasn't been previously edited like that, you cannot enter like that. So you need to click the edit page button. And you'll come here to the block editor, or for those of you who are still using the classic editor, you'll see the tiny MCE editor here. And then from here, you can now click Edit with Elementor. And now you'll actually come to the Elementor interface that you use on the rest of the pages of your site. Now, something that and before in the past, something that's very, very important to keep in mind is that you cannot insert anything into this big code block here that is your shortcodes that we're actually generating and putting on these pages. So when you click here, make sure that you don't mess up anything. If you do, try to revert those changes. If you run into trouble, let us know and we'll help you out. But point being is you can only add above and below this. And to do that, you can simply just hit a plus sign to add a section. And then in here, you can start to select your structure, and then you can start to add your widgets. So as we get into the actual landing page course, we'll talk more about this stuff, get into more of the nitty-gritty about H1s, about text, about images, about all of this, about how to work with Elementor. But for now, I just want everybody to be aware of the fact that you can use Elementor to add this stuff. Let's back out of here because the next biggest thing I want to talk about is I want to show those of you who have previously used the Gutenberg block editor to add content to your pages, how to switch these over to Elementor so they're a lot easier to work with. So here we have a page that has been previously edited with Gutenberg. So we go to edit page again. And you can see that we have shortcode blocks here in our Gutenberg, but we also have a paragraph block. So what will happen when we click Edit with Elementor is more than likely all this is going to come over as one big block into Elementor. So you actually have to look through here and you have to differentiate the text that you added from our shortcode. You'll be able to do that by finding the beginning. You'll see that our shortcodes are bracketed and they have an SC, then a space, a colon, IO, and then they actually call the actual shortcode. So you would just want to take everything that's above that, we'll cut it out, we'll get rid of that white space, and then we can go ahead and add that in as an actual block of text using Elementor. And again, we'll get into how to do the actual stuff with Elementor, how to add text blocks, image blocks, stuff like that through our landing page series here over the next few days. But for now, that would be how we'd actually replace that text blocks that was from Gutenberg, and now we actually have it in Elementor. Now, one of the biggest pluses about that, and one of the biggest exciting things about that, is how much easier we can now style this in Elementor than we could with Gutenberg. With Gutenberg, we would have to go in and manually write CSS or do some other equally tricky stuff to create some styling, where now, thanks to Elementor, we can come in here and using visual tools, we can do much, much more. Change text colors, change the fonts, add backgrounds. We can, once we can start adding in images and videos, we can actually style the flow of them. The possibilities are really, really limitless. And of course, we'll talk about this, but there's something to start thinking about now is with this, you can start turning every one of your category pages on your IO site into something that's more like a landing page. You can really start building out authoritative, keyword-rich content onto these pages that's going to allow you to score way higher on your search rankings. It's going to allow you to convert better. It's going to keep customers on your site, and you're going to see your sales go up. So as always, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. Me and my team will always happy to help everybody out. From here, starting tomorrow, we're going to get back into the landing page stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for your time, everybody. And as always, stay safe out there and have a great day, guys.